Missing someone.
What's good, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going over my top 5 meta assault rifle loadouts for this new season of Season 4, and of course, going into the new map, which a ton of people are questioning with all the nerfs and buffs, what they should be running. So like I said, I just dropped my SMG video, so I need to drop my AR video. But before I hop into any of that, I want to give a huge shout out to Isaiah, Flamingo, and Kingston for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance to get in my next video, make sure you go down below, hit the big red subscribe button with all my notifications on, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties and watch the full video through. Like I said, we got our top 5 AR loadouts, so let's hop directly into loading number 1. Gun number 1 and loading number 1 is the NZ41, because there was a ton of nerfs and buffs, and the NZ41 actually did catch a nerf, but it's still disgusting. So hopping directly into the build, we have the MX silencer as our attachment number 1, kind of making it more of a beam, making it hit harder. As I always say with these Vanguard assault rifles, the MX silencer is basically essential to every single build, so definitely toss it on. And then you have the Orb Weaver 360 barrel, which is different. We used to run the burst barrel, but with the nerfs and buffs and the update, we actually are swapping to the 360 barrel. At least everybody is, giving you more accuracy, making it more controllable, reducing the scope sway and gun bob, and giving you more bullet velocity, kind of making it to where you're a beam from any range with 0 delay. And overall, the barrel feels fantastic, so definitely try out the 360 barrel. And then of course, this is all personal preference, but I love the 3 to 6x, especially on guns that have absolutely no recoil, because it's a beam on the 3 zoom or the 6 zoom. Like I'm telling you guys, optics are personal preference. And then you have the Orb Weaver E-Pack, giving you even more recoil control, recoil recovery, accuracy, and flinch resistance, making it to where in no matter what situation, you're a beam. Of course, this does slow you down mobility wise. It's not too noticeable. Of course, it is an assault rifle. You're not going to be flying around the map, but the E-Pack definitely comes in and makes you more of a beam. Mixing that with the hand stop, especially making it more of a beam, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it to where it literally has no bounces to it whatsoever. This thing can map somebody from anywhere across the map. You know what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable. And the hand stop helps out a lot with the build, so definitely toss it on. And then you have the 50 round mag, giving you even more recoil control and actually fire rate, movement speed, and mag size overall coming together, making it to where you're shredding through people even faster. You're even more of a beam somehow, and you're a little bit quicker, which feels really good, because like I was just telling you with the stock, it does slow you down a little bit, and you're not the fastest, so you start feeling a little bit quicker with this. Of course, since it's an AR, you have your length and ammo type, giving you bullet velocity and closer to hit scan. And then I personally love the hatched grip on my NZ41, giving me even more vertical and horizontal recoil control with even more flinch resistance, making it to where, again, no matter what situation at hand, you're a beam, you're locked in. This thing is not bouncing at all. With brace for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. Well, I'm telling you guys, this NZ41 took spot number 1 over the STG, because all the nerfs and buffs really tossed around the meta, and this thing is disgusting. Everybody on the new map is running the NZ41. It kills so incredibly fast still, so definitely go through, give the whole build, try some of the highest kill game you guys get with this thing, and let's hop directly into loading number 2. Of course, one of my favorite guns in the game. At number 2, we got the Cooper Carbine. Really self-explanatory. This thing is disgusting. Of course, attachment number 1, just like the NZ, we have the MX silencer with the same pros and cons of horizontal and vertical recoil control, damage range, and sound suppression. Overall, one of the big reasons why the Cooper Carbine is an absolute beam. This thing does not have any recoil whatsoever. Like I said, the MX helps out a lot with that, so definitely tossing the MX silencer. With the 22-inch Cooper custom barrel as well, giving you more accuracy, making you more controllable, the scope sway, gun bob, everything, fire rate, damage range, coming together, making it to where you're shredding through people, hitting harder, a beam, everything mixes really well with the MX silencer and is perfect for the build. And of course, like I was saying with the NZ41, these no recoil guns with the 3 to 6x scope is perfect. It's just beautiful, very easy to use, very clean. And like I always tell you guys, the scopes are personal preference, but I'm just letting you know this scope is very easy to use. And then of course, the Cooper 45 RS stock, giving you even more initial firing recoil, ADS speed, and recoil recovery, making it to where, again, mixing with the barrel, mixing with the MX silencer and the future attachments, this thing is not going to move at all. It's very easy and very controllable, so definitely toss on the 45 RS stock. And then very self-explanatory, you have the M1941 hand stop, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control. I don't even have to in-depth explain this. You guys understand what the hand stop is doing, you know what I'm saying? It's eliminating all bounciness to the gun. With the 9mm 60 round drum, overall giving you even more recoil control and actually fire rate, ADS speed, max size, everything coming together and making the gun even more useful, especially that fire rate mixing really well with the 22-inch Cooper custom barrel, which all increases your fire rate on top of an already really fast fire rate the Cooper has. So the gun is just ridiculous, and the 60 round drum helps out a lot. With the length and ammo type with even more bullet velocity, and the polymer grip giving you flinch resistance, making it to where if you're getting beamed by somebody else, you're just staying locked in as a beam overall in every different situation. With tight grip for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. But like I was saying, the Cooper is one of my favorite guns in this game. It's so easy to use, it's so fun to use, and it beams. It's been getting better and better, I feel like, every single season. So definitely go through, give the whole build, try some of the highest kill game you guys get with this thing. Let's hop directly into loading number 3. So finally, we're at the STG. I'm telling you guys, this thing kind of took a drop. It got nerfed. It's still very good, but it's not that dominant #1 AR it was. So hopping directly into this build, of course, same thing. You have the MX Silencer with the same pros and cons, bringing up the usefulness of the STG, making it towards a beam and hits really hard. Mixing with the 760 05B barrel, really just the same pros and cons as the other barrels as well. Accuracy, making it more controllable, scope sway, gun bob, damage range, bolt velocity, everything coming together, mixing really well with that MX, just like every other build, making it to where this thing is just incredible. Again, a very low recoil gun, so you toss in the 3 to 6x zoom because it's really easy to use on the 3 or the 6 zoom. But of course, like I always tell you guys, the scopes are personal preference. With the weighted stock giving you accuracy, flinch resistance, recoil control, and aiming stability, this stock makes it to where this STG build literally has no bounciness to it whatsoever. Of course, if you guys want to, I used to run the tactical stock, which gives you strafe speed, makes you more mobile around the map. But of course, this weighted stock, I'm telling you guys, literally makes it to where it has 0 recoil on PC or console. And then of course, you got the M1941 hand stop, again, very self-explanatory, giving you that vertical and horizontal recoil control, making it a beam. With the 50 Garinko mag giving you, again, recoil control. And actually, I feel like I'm gonna sound like a broken record. Every single attachment has that, with movement speed, ADS speed, and fire rate, letting you shred through people, making you faster around the map, mixing with some perks. The STG has some great mobility, and of course, it's more of a beam again. So the 50 Garinko mag helps out the gun in every single way. Definitely toss it on. With the lengthened ammo type with even more bolt velocity and closer to hit scan, and again, the polymer grip, just like the other build, giving you even more flinch resistance, making it to where even if you're getting beamed by somebody else, you're not bouncing to the moon. With acrobatic for your perk 1, mixing very well with the 50 Garinko mag, and fully loaded for your perk 2. Like I'm saying, the STG just was the #1 assault rifle in the game for a while. It was really good and just dominant, just running the game, and it's still very, very good. It took a drop down to #3. Like I'm saying, it's still easy, it still cooks, it still kills very, very fast. So overall, go through, give the entire STG build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with this thing. Let's hop directly into loading #4. As you can tell from the thumbnail, we have the automaton here, which is absolutely disgusting. I feel like a lot of people sleep on the auto and don't understand how good it still is. It's always been really dominant, but of course, for attach #1, just like the other 3 assault rifles, we have the MX Silencer doing the exact same pros and cons. With the ZAC 600 barrel giving you even more accuracy, making you more controllable, and reducing the scope sway and gun bob. Again, mixing very, very, very well with that MX Silencer, making it to where it's an absolute beam. And then of course, just like every other Vanguard AR, it has absolutely no recoil. So the SVT40 PU scope, which is a 3-6x, is very easy to use and very clean to use. Again, of course, I keep saying every single time, it is absolutely personal preference though. With the Anastasia padded stock giving you even more accuracy and recoil during sustained fire and flinch resistance, mixing very well with the gun and making it, of course, a beam even more. And then of course, you got to toss in the hand stop with even more recoil control. And then you have the 75 round drum mag, which with the fire rate on the auto, it's absolutely necessary to toss in the build. It makes it feel infinite, but you definitely need the 75 rounds. And then you have your length and ammo type with even more bolt velocity. With the polymer grip, mixing very well with the stock, making it to where you have even more flinch resistance, so you really are beaming no matter what. With tight grip for your perk 1 and fully loaded for your perk 2. I'm telling you guys, this auto is getting slept on. I feel like it was dominant for so long with the Vanguard integration, but it's been nerfed, it's been buffed, it's been up and down all over the meta. But of course, it's still around. It's very, very good still. So definitely go through, give this whole auto build a try as well. It's very disgusting. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with this thing. Well, let's hop directly into our last loading #5. Of course, as you can tell from the beautiful, bright, and vibrant variant, we have the XM4 assault rifle for our loading #5. So hopping directly into the build, just like the MX Silencer for Cold War weapons, you have the agency suppressor, which is essential to the XM4 build, giving you even more recoil control, that sound suppression, bolt velocity, and damage range, making you hit hard and making you a beam, which is really helpful because the XM4 is pretty bouncy. And then of course, that mixes really, really well with the Task Force barrel, giving you that horizontal and vertical recoil control, making you more of a beam with that damage range and bolt velocity, making it where you have no delay. It's just a perfect AR build and making you hit harder at pretty much any single range. And then just like the 3 to 6x scope, the Axial Arms 3X is probably the cleanest Cold War scope by far. It's a perfect little circle. It's not zoomed in too far, it's not zoomed out too far, and I feel like it suits this XM4 build very well. And then of course, like I was saying, the XM4 build is very bouncy. It's not absolutely controllable, especially on console. So I toss in the Field Agent foregrip, giving me even more horizontal and vertical recoil control, making it to where it is somewhat more controllable. And then of course, you have the 60 round mag, which is just mag size. But of course, if you guys want to, for even more mobility, you can swap to the 45 because it makes your ADS speed and your mobility feel 5 times better. But of course, the 60 mag is also very good. But overall, that is the XM4 build. This thing is absolutely nasty. I don't see too many people talking about it, but of course, this mixes very well with the other 4 assault rifles, and it absolutely fits in my top 5. So definitely go through and give this XM4 build a try. But that is my loading #5. And overall, those are my top 5 assault rifle loadouts for the current meta, going from season 3 reloaded into season 4 with the new map. All of them feel fantastic still with the nerfs and buffs. So definitely go through, test them for yourselves. Tell me if they help you down in the comments below, and if they do, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. And that's it for the video.